Hey everyone, it's Richard Metal Fan here, bringing you guys yet another 2021 album review. And today we're going to be talking about the new album Rugia by the band Hate, which is out now through Metal Blade Records. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Hate, they're a blackened death metal band from Poland. These guys have been around since the 90s, and I actually dig most of these guys' stuff. I have a few of their albums in my collection, and I really like their style of black and death metal. I know a lot of people would also compare them a little bit to Behemoth, who are also from Poland, because they have that kind of same style and everything. And they have like the makeup and shit. Yeah, but I actually like Hate, and I don't know. They're just a really good band. I actually did see them live a couple years ago at part of Devastation of the Nation with Dark Funeral, Belphegor, and my boys in Incantation. But anyway, we're about to this is the band's overall 12th full-length album, and this follows up their previous album, which came out in 2019, Auric Gates of Velis, which I thought was pretty good. But this album, it's crazy that these guys have been around for a little over 30 years, and they still put out really good music. The production on this album is really great. I just love how everything it needs is where it needs to go, and like when every part needs to be just heard well. It's just it's hard to describe it. It's just there. Let's just talk about like the vocals from Adam Buzzco, or is he also known as ATF Center? Adam's voice just sounds really fucking angry and just fucking just gives that raw feel. And the guitar work on this album from Adam and Dominic both come up with some great riffs. The bass on this album I kind of wish was a little bit audible, and then the drumming from Daniel Rutowski. I probably butchered his name, but the drumming on this is pretty really fucking sick as well. So without further ado, let's dive into this album track by track. Now, starting things off is the title track of Rugia, which is an absolute monster of a song. It pretty much has that black and death metal glory. It's a very intense, it's precise, and it's just fucking bone crushingly heavy. And that's a really great way to start off this album. Just kick it off right from the get-go with a heavy ass song. And then we move on to the Wolf Queen. Now, the Wolf Queen increases just the level of violence. It has more blast beats and more power in the riffs, and this has like minutes of total chaos that we have without any fear. And there's like rhythmic drum cuts that are just already a trademark for home, and it just appears just really just in fullness and virtue, and it's another great song. Next up is Exiles of Pantheon. Now, this Ariza does not have like the same brightness on the strings as the initial tracks, but like the total display of like the whole darkness and the vibe to it has that classic. And understanding the essence of Hate, that it pretty much takes everything to the aggressive extremes, but is a song that is asked for just simpler riffs and others that make it more complex. Next song on the album is called Saturnus, and like I said, this song is another fucking great song. And next up we get Awakening the Gods Within, and this has like passages from different times, moments of epic environments wrapped up in just like a cloak of judgment, and it just leaves you with no remorse at all. Then we get to the next song, which is called Resurgence. Now, Resurgence is about the first single from Rugia, and then they pretty much I try to describe it, but it's just I think it's a great representation of the album as a whole. Just that dark, epic, filthy, but just fast. It's brutal. It's thick. The next up is Valesian Guard. Now, this is aggressive and powerful, and it's in my opinion the most headbanging song on the album. Has some really brilliant passages in the drumming when you sort of like the different tempo changes and all that stuff. Son of Extinction. Now, this pretty much has like more faster work on the guitar, and there's some really great riffs to die for, but with sort of like that malevolent kind of epic sound to it. And then we close things out with Sacred Dnieper. Now this is a really great way to end the album. It just keeps all the intensity levels turned up to 11. It's fast, ferocious, and exactly what you would expect with the black metal or black and death metal. It's awfully compared and overlooked at times, which I think is unfair. But I could hardly imagine extreme music without them. And Adam just sounds really aggressive and as ever, and his vocals just deliver just a sonic carnage. Now, overall, Rugia by Hate is a really good, great album. Like, these guys can do no wrong. So rather to give this album a score, I'm going to give this a solid 9.5. Hell, might even go a 10 out of 10. It's just really great. So, yeah, that's my review of the new Hate album, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about it, and I'll see you all in the next video. And as always, keep it metal. Jinguriachi.